Factually Opinionated.
Hey everybody, it's Factually Opinionated. I'm back with my guys. You know, we about to talk about a few things. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves. You know who it is. This is KD.
Ricky Johnson.
What's up? What's up? This is Mo Pre, guys. Let's get it, Guru Nation, baby.
Today we're gonna be talking about prenuptial agreements. I kind of gonna ask the guys how they feel about them, so I can see kind of the thought process on that, and then we can talk about it and elaborate on it. And if you have anything to say, you can elaborate on it by the comments below. Make sure you hit that like button, that share button. All right.
There's no secret. I'm against prenuptial agreement. I disagree with them. I don't think they're necessary. I think I think a prenuptial agreement is kind of like a outlet. Just such kind of premeditated divorce. Like, I love her, but if she decide to leave me, hey, she on her own. I'm on my own. She on her own. It's hard, but it's fair. I just think it's kind of like I said, I think it's a setup for the setup. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What you think about it, Rick, man?
I mean, well, basically, I don't have a side when it comes to men or women, so I'm not choosing sides, just to let everybody know that. I think that when it comes to prenuptial agreements, they should be in full effect. I don't think there's an obligation. You shouldn't be obligated to take half of someone else's hard earnings just because you were married to them for no matter how long. That's how I feel about it.
That's true. I think it's situational. No matter if you're male or female, if you're a woman marrying a man who doesn't necessarily have anything, that doesn't mean that you can't marry him because there's an agreement to sign if you do have assets that you don't want someone to take just because you have those. And there's people out here making a living off of that, and that's why I think prenuptial agreements should be used, Tim. And I think it's silly that he don't agree with that. Have money and you have assets, you need to protect those things, and it's not a setup for the setup. It's kind of like making sure that you're safe just in case, and your kids are safe. That's why I think in certain situations those are good.
That's what kills me about married folks. They always want us. We together, we as one, but we separate. You know what I mean? Which meaning, a lot of these people, they separate their income. They separate, when they separate, they say, hey, even though you helped me get this house, even though you was there during the time I was grinding it out, I was getting it through the mud, you were there the whole time, sitting at home, taking care of the kids, or just taking care of it out. Even if you was just at home watching my dirty jaws, you played your role, I played my role. That way, whenever I eat, we eat. You know what I'm saying? It's we. Whenever you marry, it's we. So when you separate, it needs to still be we.
Nah.
When it comes to finances, anyway.
When you married is we. When we separated, you wasn't with me shooting in the gym. Drake said it first. You wasn't with me shooting in the gym. Well, okay, you were taking care of the family and everything when I was at work. Now, yeah, when it comes to something like that, then I should be required to give you something, but not half of everything forever. It shouldn't be like that. You didn't earn it.
I think it's silly. Well, we're one, and then separate your finances when you're with someone. It's the finances should be separated to some extent whenever you're not with that person, especially if you're not the reason why you're separated. Now, if you're that type of person who use the person to grind it out so that way you can make it on your own, and then you decided to, go leave her for a white girl, as Kanye West would say. I mean, as soon as you get on, you leave the girl for a white girl. Anyway, that's not the situation. Now, if you're someone like your girl cheated on you and you're the one that has the assets, you kind of like want that agreement because she cheated on you and she's still going to take half. You kind of have to think about that. Like, she cheated on you and still going to take half of your money. That's sick and sour.
Make a long story short, be careful who you marry. Don't just up and get married to somebody, because it sounds like to me, prenuptial is just saying, we can get divorced, even though the Bible said this, and even though I don't agree with getting divorces, we might get divorced. So make a long story short, be careful who you marry. In fact, just don't get married. You know what I mean? If you so concerned about splitting up, you trying to finish the race before it even started. Jock would say, you finishing the race before it will start. If you thinking about a prenup, but let's get married. Let's sign our name on the marriage certificate. But also tomorrow we're gonna go do this, work out this prenup plan. You finish the race before it even starts. Just don't get married.
Well, it ain't about, we might get divorced. It should be just in case, just in case we get divorced. And like I said, if you're doing wrong, you're not gonna take half of my money. You're not gonna take half of anything. Not half of a couch.
Right.
You're not taking this stuff. You did me wrong. Get out.
You ain't gonna take half of this baby carrot stick. Anyway, like when you're thinking about that, it's like the Bible says this, but the Lord also wants you to be wise. So don't listen to him when he says don't get married. You if you have someone that you're in love with and you want to make the things work, yes, get married to him. But if you're someone who already have your life established, i.e. Tim, and then you decide to get married, then you need to kind of protect yourself, not only yourself, but little Tim. Because you want to make sure that whenever you go, say if you die in a car wreck tomorrow, that lady can take half and not give little Tim nothing. So you kind of got to protect yourself and protect your future. And that's why the agreement should stick.
Man, you just gotta do the right thing. The right thing is, and then the most fair thing to do is to, you always say, "I die for you. I give you the moon, the sun, and the stars." You say all this bull crap, but soon y'all get divorced. I ain't together no more. I ain't give you the moon, the stars no more. I was just joking. I just want to get a piece of it that night, or I was told. Enrique said this just in case stuff. What you, Jaheim? Just in case. I don't make it home tonight. That bullshit. That's a bunch of bull about just in case. You know what I mean? That was a song. He took a song and made it his life.
That's what we all do. We take songs and make it life. But thank y'all. This is Factually Opinionated. We got our special guest, Lil Ricky.
Ricky. Yeah.